So you can set up on your phone goes to ching, and you get it ordered. And then you get it automated by a VA who does it all for you. They do all your purchasing for you. It's got lower margins as a general rule, but like I said, you can just list more items. So step one, I'm just going to touch on a little bit of dropshipping tonight. I'm not going to go right in depth of it because I'll spend the whole night. So step one, column A. For those who've done the dropshipping, there's 4 columns. I'm just going to go into column A tonight, or column A and column B.
All right, so private labeling. Private labeling is simply this. You whack a sticker on it, bottom line. A great way to get into private labeling, if you do drop shipping, take your top selling dropship items and import those and private label them. It's a great way to do it. Now, with drop shipping, it's got a huge advantage. There's a lot of people out there teaching you to do private labeling. They're saying, research a product and then go and buy mortgage your house basically, buy a 20 or 40 foot container of the stuff, bring it over and hope like hell it's going to sell. Instead of doing that model, you just take one of your top selling dropship items that you're buying from Australia already. It's one of your top selling items, buy one. Then get the supplier to ship you one to your house, slap your label on it, photograph it and list it and test it. Then if that's all proven, then you can go and buy X amount from China or wherever and put your labels on. But with your labels, always label them in Australia unless you've got trademarks already done all over the planet. Because if China likes your brand name, they'll just simply rip it off. People trust German words. We've split tested this. We put stuff in garage sales and market sales, and we've watched and we've measured the result from the data. You put something with a German type name on there, and you get buyers. People think it's German. So there's a simple way of getting your own brand name. Anyway, so what is private labeling? You choose a name. You do top-notch brand. You go and get a logo made, a label made. You can get labels made from $5 at five.com, which is spelled FIVERR.com. You get them to make a label. Nice. It has to be professional. You private label, I reckon the easiest way, take your top-selling dropship items and private label those. Test one at a time. If you completely stuff it up, it's going to cost you next to no money because you peel the label off and then sell it. It's already one of your top-selling items, so it's going to sell. You're only down the cost of shipping. So you don't have to go and mortgage your house to do that. Okay, so starting point, top selling items, then start researching your competitors for that item. So if you're selling, whatever that product was there, research all the other sellers who are selling it, look at their top selling items, and then you never ever stuck for what to sell. Once you've got one product, you can always research your competitors. You'll never ever run out of products, ever. Okay, so let's start off with, any questions on private labeling before we move on? So let's start with Terapeak. So Terapeak is a program that's started by 2 Canadian brothers. It's now owned by eBay. eBay bought them out. There's a link. So Terapeak does product research, keyword research, and use it for tuning up, like I mentioned earlier. So take the keyword solar panel. Go to Terapeak, click on product research, enter solar panel, select in this case ebayaustralia.com.au, 90 days, hit go. Now eBay come back and tells you that the keyword solar panel last 90 days did just $2.8 million.
This is just for eBay?
Just ebay.com.au for the last 90 days.
Yeah. I've got a subscription to Terapeak, but it looks quite different from this. Is this a whole screenshot?
Yeah, I'm going to show you version 2 in a second. Yeah. So it shows you there the amount that's sold, in this case just under 3 million, and also shows the top keywords, in this case 12-volt battery power 4. Terapeak's about $20 a month. You go on the 12-month subscription. What do you pay for yours? I can't remember.
It's about that.
Yeah. Okay. So then they've also got version 2. You go research, product research 2.0. Put this word solar panel, and now Terapeak shows you all the top selling items with the keyword solar panel, sorted by how many they sold. In this case, 458 they sold, and it goes down from there. Now, because of privacy, they stopped you being able to see the seller name, but they don't allow you to join it because they give you the item number. Right, so you can just copy and paste that 12-digit number into the search box of eBay, hit search, and it shows you. That's also a hyperlink, so you click on that, bingo, and you can see the seller. So they've done a very good job of hitting it. So it's all right there in front of our face. Now, this is gold because if you look at any conventional business, you just can't get this data. We can see inside any business. It's incredible. So another little bit of arbitrage. If you see, like this particular item here, selling $13.39, they sold 86. That's the sell price, obviously. There's a velocity of 86. We know how much it costs. Just go to Alibaba, find the item. Bingo, there it is, 50 cents to 75 cents. Just basic product arbitrage to see. Other deals. We talked earlier on about places to source products. There's many DHgate, global sources, Alibaba. There's a whole lot of them, of course, but like I said before, Alibaba's the biggest. If they're not on Alibaba, I'm scared. Why Asia? Obviously, want to cut out the middleman. But don't get sucked into just buying from China. China's kind of done its dash a lot now. There's more Maseratis and Ferraris and Lamborghinis imported into China than any other country on the planet now, which tells you a lot about the Chinese economy. So the Chinese wages keeps going up and up and up and up, on average around 10% a year. So China has kind of done its dash. You should be now looking at other countries like Vietnam, Thailand to import products. Honda, for instance, gets most of their power tools done in like generators, etc. in Vietnam. We import things like all this stuff, flat pack stuff from Malaysia, flat pack kitchen stuff, tables, chairs. We get all that from Malaysia. We get a lot of other stuff that we were getting from China from Vietnam. The labour rate currently at Vietnam is around about 59 cents per hour. So it's way less than China. Taiwan is now over $4 per hour. So you look at Vietnam, 59 cents, over $4 for Taiwan. Massive difference. So, types of eBay listings. There's many. Auction, we only use good till cancel, which I'm going to get to in a second, which means a good till cancel listing is you list something for 30 days, then it automatically relists after 30 days, and you keep that all important in sales history. That's all we use. If we ever get something back that we have to sell off, we'll auction it. But everything else is always just when it's imported or dropshipping, it's always good till cancel. 30-day listing that automatically goes through. But if you want to use auction, best price to start an auction is 99 cents. Without delving into the psychology of it. Obviously, you only want to do that with hot items. If it's an item that is not hot, you could lose your shirt over it. But if it's a hot item, an iPhone or something that gets a lot of traffic, 99 cents, you're going to get the most money for it. Best time to start an auction is Thursday night, 8:45 for most items, and it finishes Sunday week later at 8:45 p.m. Reserves are only available on things like boats, caravans, cars, etc. So there's no option to reserve. Best time to finish an auction I've done is 8:45 p.m. Sunday night. Best time to start on that. Best time to bid is in the last 3 to 5 seconds of an auction. If you bid on an auction any other time between the last 3 to 5 seconds, all you've achieved is you put the price up, nothing else. So if an auction finishes in 5 days and you bid on it right now, what have you achieved? Put the price up, that's it, nothing else. So to bid on the last 3 to 5 seconds, we use sniping programs. The one that we use is one called Gixen, which is spelled Gixen. In the last 3 seconds, it goes bang and bids on the items. There's also Auction Sniper and a gazillion other ones out there. So we use that for high demand items. So every item that we sell is always a high demand item. So we auction off all the items. Okay, right now the duration is 30 days, and then it's just release. That's how you keep that 770 sold. If you don't do that, good to cancel, you'll lose that sales history. So it's the same as buy now, just keep automatically releasing. All right, so the next thing is when you've got 770 sold, you want to reduce this down to only one available. Sometimes they do sell multiples, but if you can put one, you'll sell more. And the reason why it's called scarcity. The two most powerful things in marketing is scarcity and curiosity. It's the two most powerful marketing tools you can use. And if you can drop that, then eBay says limited quantity available. And the airlines have been doing this for over 25 years now. So if you walk into a travel agent and say, I want to book a trip to, say, I don't know, Paris or wherever, they're not going to tell you, oh, we've got 350 seats in this new Airbus 380. They're going to tell you there's 10 seats available. And then you book your 4, and then as you walk out the travel agents, another 4 magically appears. The airlines have been doing this forever. Yep.
Wouldn't that be, if the, that's what you call it, 70 sold, if Is that like sort of doesn't really work in your favour if people tick on it and see how many you're selling and then go and sell your product on this?
Well, most people don't know how to do it. Most people don't know that. How many people here tonight knew that before I showed them? There you go. What's it? 5, 4? Luke, I know you knew how to do it. He's keeping quiet. All right, so that's the airline strategy. So you can use a program like Scarcity Manager to do that, but Scarcity Manager will also do your drop shipping if items spell check your supply inventory as well. Just make sure you do turn the auto stock function, absolutely critical. So the mental triggers for this is 770 sold, social proof. Having only one remaining is your mental trigger for scarcity. Scarcity is very, very powerful. So let's touch on listing optimization. Now, listing optimization, we could spend the rest of the night here till well after midnight. So this is a real cut down version. So this is the 16 times rule. What this means is that this is how you can potentially increase the sales of any item by a factor of 16. Now, I'm not standing here telling you that you're going to go home tonight, do this, and all your sales are going to multiply by a magical number of 16. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just trying to break it into 4 individual parts for you so you can understand what on earth is going on. So the first thing, the 16 times rule, is how to potentially increase your sales by a factor of 16 for a non-optimized listing. You certainly can if you've got a really bad listing, but I'm not saying that's going to happen for you. The first thing you do is improve your title. So on eBay allows you to have 80 characters in your title. The title is the first thing on eBay that you list. So if you're going to list this thing, the very, very, very first thing you do is you write what it is. In other words, it's a Logitech PowerPointing presentation tool, whatever the top keywords are for it. If you get more relevant keywords, you get more traffic to your listing. If someone's looking for a PowerPoint tool and you don't put the word PowerPoint on there, you've missed them. If someone's looking for laser and you put laser, you've missed them. So that if you put the more relevant keywords, it's a way you can potentially over double your traffic. So I just used the figure of 2 by putting more relevant keywords. I'm going to show you where to get these keywords from. I already showed you Terrapig a moment ago, but that's one place. So the next thing is your gallery image. When someone searches for a PowerPoint presentation tool, in the search results, they'll see the title of all the listings that appear, and they'll see one picture. It's called the gallery image. It's the first photo when you load up a listing. If you improve that gallery image, you can over double the amount of people that click on that image to see a listing. It's called the click-through rate, or CTR. If you improve that gallery image, basically it scratches those people's itches with the gallery image. You can over double your traffic. Then you've got your description, which explains what on earth this thing is. Again, you can over double that. So now we've got 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So we can have potentially 8 times more people buying your item. Now, when that happens, eBay realizes that your listing has got a very good what we call impression to sale ratio. In other words, people search for it, and X amount of people bought it. eBay loves that, and they bump up the search results. It's called the impression to sale ratio. It works exactly like the end of the aisles in places like Coles, Woolworths, Kmart, Big W. They always put at the end of the aisles hot selling stuff, because every time someone walks past the end of an aisle, it's called an impression. Then if they reach over and grab the Kit Kat, that's a sale. Impression to sale ratio. One of the most expensive pieces of real estate at supermarkets is the end of the aisles. Exactly the same thing. So if you get more sales, that goes to the impression to sale ratio, and again, that's 2. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16. That's the 16 times rule, how it works. So to drill into that a little bit more, there's the title. The 80 characters, that's how you can optimize it. Improve that title. Add more proven converting keywords. Easy double the traffic to your listing. So how to find keywords? Terrapig, like I showed you. The Google Keyword Tool, which is free. The eBay Auto Suggestion Tool rocks. What that is the search box. Go to the search box, start typing something in. eBay shows you the hottest keywords. Right there, free. It's right straight from the horse's mouth. I typed in the word SOL, and Auto suggests all these keywords. These are the top keywords everyone is searching for, which is absolute gold. So, gallery image optimization. This is the gallery image. Optimize the gallery image, you get higher click-through rate. People scratch their itches. So if we look at, say, the keyword solar panel, we'll see here the sellers have optimized. They've put the stuff in there that people want to see. We call this a 3-3. You put the 3 top benefits of you, the seller, and the 3 top life-changing benefits of the product. The 3 top benefits of either seller is normally your logo, which gives people the feeling of trust because it builds a brand name. Then also an Australia flag, and then something that gives the feeling of speed, like a fast-way courier logo. And then the top benefits of the product. So 3 top benefits of you, the seller, 3 top benefits of the product. So the goal image, you want to have a minimum 1600 pixels. The reason why, at 1600 pixels, people can zoom in. eBay allows you to list on only 500 pixels, but people can't zoom in. So you want to have a minimum 1600 pixels. To do that, you don't need to race out and spend $1,000 on a camera. It's only 2.5 megapixels. You can't even buy a camera with that lousy quality these days. So add 3 benefits of you, the seller. Ask yourself, why should I buy from you? What are your top 3 answers? And again, something brand name, Australia flag, and something it gives a feeling of speed, like fast-way couriers. Ask yourself, what are the top 3 benefits of the product? Top 3 life-changing benefits of the product, and you put those in there as well. And you convert the features to benefits using the say what. So if you haven't heard it before, get to know the say what principle really, really well. You convert features to benefits. Features, if they're measurable and specific, give you credibility. But people don't buy features, they only buy life-changing benefits. For instance, let's take for example, a car. It's got the letters on the back, MPI, which means multiplied injection. So you say, so what? Who cares? Well, it gives you 30% better fuel economy. Now I care. You convert that boring feature to a life-changing benefit, 30% more fuel economy or more power, whatever. Every kind of benefit you can get, so what it. So whenever I'm proofing anyone's ad copy, I'm always doing that same, so what, then I convert it. You can easily you click-through rate to your listing. So here's some examples. Some sellers have done it. They've got the name, they've got the size of it, the phone, they've got the top 3 benefits of the product. Now, to do that, to add, we call this graffiti, or eBay calls it graffiti, you use a program like Canva. You can do it with Photoshop. The great thing with Canva, it's free and it's in the cloud. So you've got VAs inside the Philippines, they can use Canva without having to buy the Photoshop licenses. If you want to know how to use Canva, there's a 5-minute video you can watch to learn how to use Canva. There's a lot of other videos out there showing you how to use it as well. All right. Next thing is you need a professional eBay listing template. It must be mobile responsive. Over 70% of people now buy from mobile devices, using mobile devices, like they use a smartphone or a tablet. Don't go and Google and find some old eBay listing template that's been around on the internet for the last 10 years, because I guarantee you it is not mobile responsive. It must be mobile responsive. So it must auto resize to a 4.5-inch screen and automatically resize to someone's 24-inch screen. Must be mobile responsive. You'll get heavily penalised by eBay if you do not use a mobile responsive template. So it must be visually pleasing. And again, if you multiply your sales by a factor of 2, to get Fiverr, you get it from less than $100 at Fiverr, which is, people think it might be expensive. We paid over 10 grand for our templates originally when we started off. If you go and outfit a store, like a restaurant, you'd be pretty lucky to get change out of 100 grand. Where this is, less than $100, you can get it from $25. So here's a quick template checklist. You need your logo. It must be simply, first one is simple, visually pleasing, like Google. Google's very plain, very boring, and that's kind of what you need. A logo, flag, a short story. Every item you sell on eBay and Amazon you must include a short story. And these short stories, you elevator pitch. 0 to the 10th floor to explain what the hell it is. This is, so you got 0 to 10, so this is a PowerPoint laser pointing device. One thing that people get wrong all the time, people think that buyers are experts. They're not. You treat every buyer as a 10-year-old. They pretend they know nothing about the product, and you pretty much got it right. Explain the basics. You got 0 to 10th floor, what the hell this thing is, and what's it got. A short story, call to action, your terms and conditions. If you bog down with terms and conditions, just find 3 top eBay sellers, get their terms and conditions, and out of those 3, construct your own. Don't rip off one, don't plagiarize one, just get the whole 3 and out of 3, make 1. Same with your return policy. Same with your warranty, your payment information. Every single item should have 20 bullet points. The more bullet points, the more value it's got. If you just write this and don't put bullet points, you're going to lose a ton of sales. Every bullet point gives it more value. It's got an LCD display. It's got X amount it's got a removable USB port. It's every single thing it's got. If you put a bullet point, it's worth more money. Intrinsic value goes up in your head. RRP, recommended retail price. Pictures, a minimum 8, 2x4. So there should be one picture here, half the screen, second picture there, half the screen, and then go down. Minimum 8 all the way down. 2 across by X down. And they should all have captions. At the very bottom of the picture, you must write what on earth it is you're trying to explain. So if you've got you might have a photo and zoom in on the back of it. Well, people just sit there on their phones and they scroll through the images and they'll miss what you're trying to say. So if you're zooming in on something, explain it with words at the bottom. Again, you do it with Canva. It doesn't take long. Learn how to do it and outsource it for $1 or $2 an hour. Nothing to click. Black text only, no borders. Must be mobile responsive. So there's a quick checklist of what to do on that. And then, of course, the impression to sale ratio. So low impression, high sales converts it to a jet stream. So that gives you 2+. So the great thing is, I said at the beginning, over 90% of sellers don't optimize, which gives everyone a huge, huge opportunity. So before we wrap it up tonight, any questions? Yep.
I just started looking into Amazon like a week ago, so I'm just a little overwhelmed as to where to start, to be honest. I mean, do you recommend, say, finding free products, just start from there? Do you want to call us something like
Yeah, look, it's really, because it comes down to what you're most passionate about, what you want to do. Do you want to use products, do you want new products? Do you want to import, do you want to outsource? Do you want to, import, what?
I was thinking of starting with what I know, which is musical instrument accessories.
Yeah.
Just because that's what I know.
Okay, do you want to import?
Yeah, sure.
And then you've got to ask, say, are you willing to allocate the cash to do it?
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to, if you are, awesome. If you're not, then I think dropshipping is the best opportunity out there today. Yep.
So for the dropshipping, which platform is better, like eBay or Amazon or Shopify?
Well, the thing with Shopify is you've got no traffic.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to then become an expert on some kind of paid advertising, like Google. You have to buy traffic, which can cost you from $1 to $25 per click.
Okay. So if I'm not, so Amazon, eBay, probably.
Okay, who here's an Amazon eBay seller? Anyone here's Amazon? Could you give us some stats? What percentage of sales is the eBay Amazon sales getting here compared to eBay versus Amazon? Can you give us some numbers, guys? What you guys are getting?
We'd probably get 5 times more on eBay. Yeah, nowhere near as many on Amazon.
That's right on the numbers. Okay, normally we're seeing 15 to 20% of people if people's revenue. 15 to 20% of the reviews come from Amazon, the rest come from eBay.
Okay.
Yep.
How do you get a gallery image for dropship items?
How? From the supplier.
Or do you just copy and paste it?
Yep, from the supplier, and then you just copy from them, and then you just add the gallery stuff to using Canva.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there a listing software that you can utilize just to get the information from the supplier and put it into the listing?
From the supplier, we use Magento to do our listing. But there's many others. Godisto, there's Channelify, there's BigCommerce, SolidCommerce, Shopify, Nito, there's Zillion. We use Magento. All right, so we've gone through a lot of stuff tonight. But of course, the way you've got to do this is you've got to get going. Just get started. You'll hit the hurdles. Just get through them. Just keep going. It's the old secret. Just keep doing it. So, like I've said tonight, here's just three of my favourite quotes in life. Life doesn't reward us for being a jack of all trades. It rewards us for what we master only. My other favourite word is a Japanese word called kaizen, which is continuous, never-ending improvement. I learned that one from Robbins. Anyone's done that to Robbins stuff will know that word very, very well. But it's continuous and never, ever-ending improvement. You just keep on improving things. And the other thing is most people way overestimate what they can do in the short term, but they way underestimate what they can do in the longer term. People way overestimate what they can do in a week, but they way underestimate what they can do in 3 months, 6 months, or a year. So it is all about baby steps. Just allocate small amounts at a time, like maybe 5 minutes a day to do this stuff, only short amounts of time, and that's how you get there. So thank you for coming tonight. The slides are available here, and if you want to know more about dropshipping, it's right there. Thanks for coming. We'll see you next time. Thank you.